Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Divine Feminine Healers Podcast. It is your host, Angelica, intuitive healer, and I'm super excited to get into the messages that came forward for August. I'm probably biased because my birthday's in Leo season and I love summer. I love this time of year, but I especially loved all the messages that came through for August. So I have five messages that I channeled, and then I pulled a goddess card spread for the month of August, and I shared that on my Instagram channel at Angelica_feminine_healer. So if you're looking for further guidance, kind of like action steps on how you can work with the energy of August, then definitely check that out after this message. But this is very much a forecast and feeling into what the energy is going to be like for the month. So let's get into it. The first message that came through was about our healing journey. And for me, I'll always be on a healing journey. There's always going to be something that I'm focusing on. And I simply see the word healing as synonymous with growth. And this month actually feels a lot lighter with healing. For a lot of us, we experienced some deep, heavy healing starting at the beginning of the year. And it was more of what we typically think of in healing, where it's despair and it's sadness and it's grief and it's heavy and it's hard to move through. But because there has been such good effort towards looking and moving this heavy energy, the healing work this month seems really light. It's actually healing through play and healing through really light and funny and humorous moments. I gave this example on my Instagram page, but one thing that I really love about my grandparents' relationship, I mean, they've been together for, I think, over 60 years, something like that. And they'll bicker and they'll fight. They're very passionate people. And I'll notice that all of a sudden, in the midst of the fight, when it's like really heated, one of them will just say a joke, and immediately it just like shattered glass. It just like breaks the tension in the room. The other person laughs. They give them like a coy smile. It's so cute and romantic. And suddenly, like everything dissolves and the anger goes away. And I notice that they alternate. They take turns here, and that's what makes their relationship so beautiful and something that I really look up to. So I'm feeling into that type of energy for this healing through play. It may be healing with your really close relationships, like having such supportive relationships that can understand, okay, they're really feeling it. How can I help them get them out of it with something that's lighthearted and joking and fun? Like healing can be fun too, and it can feel light. And that's like perfect with the energy of summer and Leo season as well. Leo is all about, it's connected to the sun. So it's about light and it's about connecting to your inner child and joy, playfulness. Sometimes Leo is also associated with like sports and games. So as much as you can find the fun and find the humor in the healing part, as much as you can, the quicker it can dissipate and it can really dissolve almost instantly. The second message that I channeled was goes along with this as far as is shattering superficial walls around you while also keeping boundaries for protection. So a lot of us have been on this journey where we're really empathic. If I were to kind of give like a trajectory, like we're really empathic, we're really open, we letted people in, we gave all of our love away, and then we realized we were depleted, we were burnt out and exhausted, and then we needed to protect ourselves. We actually needed to have strong boundaries. And now we're learning to find a middle ground where, okay, how am I protecting my heart too much? In what ways am I being a little bit too rigid? And in what ways can I open up my heart and allow more flow and ease and all the things that I really want in love and in relationships and in connection. So there is going to be a shattering of walls that and a boundary that you used to have that was helpful, kind of like training wheels. It's like, well, it served its purpose. It taught me how to ride my bike, but now it's actually a comfort zone and it's keeping me safe and it's holding me back from experiencing what it's like to the growth, taking off the training wheels and just fully riding my bike. So when you're able to really identify, okay, where's my comfort zone with this specific boundary that I had? I'm rereading the Bhagavad Gita, and one of the great philosophies is learning wisdom. True wisdom and knowledge is so helpful. And then there comes a point where you kind of have to surrender to it and be like, wait, I don't know anything actually. And you have to let go. Even the knowledge and the wisdom that supported you and getting you on your healing journey, even that can hold you back and turn into a comfort zone, which I think is so important and so wise. So, as someone in particular who loves knowledge and reading and learning and acquiring new certifications and all those things, if it's not integrated and embodied. It's just information just flying through and it's creating excess noise, which needs to be released. So that's very prominent right now because we're in this age of technology. You're constantly digesting information. Some of it can be really good and really helpful, but if it's too much all at once, it is actually going to be to your detriment and it's going to cause your energetic field to feel more cluttered. So you may already be getting an inkling of what this is, but just notice where your comfort zones are in your life. It could be lifestyle practices and habits, and where you want to break free of those comfort zones. And even if it served you in the past, being okay letting it go because now you're open to the freedom that comes from not being held back from being in your comfort zone. The next message, very in alignment with Leo energy. There's a lot of strength and a lot of bravery that is going to come forward this month. So associated with Leos. Leos are all about the heart. They're so heart-centered and they're also the sense of like resilience of like I will not give up. I will fight for my pride. I will fight for my people. I will fight for the things that feel really close to my heart, that feel like taking a risk. So this is like really getting we've been getting really clear on what does our heart truly want throughout this whole year. And now that you've been in touch with that and you really know it, this is kind of like a really big test for you that's going to come up this month of, okay, when other people may judge you for making this choice that seems crazy to them and may not make sense, from everything you've learned of what feels right for you and connecting to your heart, can you actually take the risk and go after it? Can you find the strength within you to do that, even if you don't necessarily, it doesn't make sense to other people? I had a session with a healer the other week, and we were talking about this concept of when you make a decision, when you run it through your system and you make a decision, the answer is really clear. You know right away because you're just connected to your intuition and what feels right for you. But some of us who've created codependent behaviors, when we are asked to make a decision, we immediately run it through the system as if we were a parent, our close family member, our close friend, because we're so concerned about what other people are going to think and how other people are going to view us. Because our identities are really interchanged with the people that we love really a lot. But part of you stepping into your authenticity and really getting this next version of this life that you are so deserving of and to really stand in your power, it's going to cause you to really take a risk. And that's what it really is. When you follow your heart, it's taking a risk because on paper, like I said, it may look crazy. That's often when you know it's your intuition, but it's going to bring you so much magnetism and it's going to bring you so much power. So it's going to really push you to your limits. You may have been getting like little tests leading up to this point of following your heart. And it's kind of like, okay, you passed it. That may have felt easy. This one may feel a little bit tougher. So it's going to require more strength and resilience. But just, I'm saying this not to scare you, but just that you are resourced, like your muscles are flexed. You are prepared for this moment to really choose your heart over anything else. Okay, the next message was also very Leo aligned. I was getting the vision of the Sun card in tarot, which represents positivity, success, light, brightfulness, all those Leo characteristics I've been talking about in this whole episode. Very playful, very fun. And I see you being around communities and just like a lot of positive energy, like connection, playfulness. This could be like going out and like experiencing music, but being around people. Like it just feels a very heart-centered, connected experience. And it's going to look different for each of you because how we connect to community and that playful, creative energy is so unique when it feels really authentic to each of us. So it's really about being present in these moments. And again, even if it doesn't look like how you anticipated things to look like in your life, if you really kind of close your eyes when you're in those moments and you really set into the feeling and being in the present moment, you realize it's exactly what you wanted. So you may have that kind of moment there where you're like, whoa, this is like not the typical thing I may have gone for. And I feel a little bit out of my comfort zone, but I love how I feel right now. I feel really connected. I feel really playful. And this is really fun energy that I'm in. Okay, and then the final message that came forward, this one was interesting. So I saw you digging for gold, like you're digging, you're scooping up the dirt, and you're working really hard towards it. And so this was really symbolic of you've been really putting effort towards connecting to a really true part of yourself and finding what really lights you up. And along this way of like digging and doing all the hard work and putting in the shoulder work, you are going to come across a nugget of gold. And this nugget of gold may feel like, whoa, I am so lucky to receive this. I can't believe it. And I've heard something once before, luck is just when preparation and opportunity meet and they're the same thing. So know that luckiness is because you prepared for it and you put in the effort towards it and you're very deserving of this. But this also feels like this gold nugget that you have found is basically just a remembrance of a gift that you've had within you for a really long time, but like it may have felt dormant to you. So this could be something that a skill that you acquired when you were really young, and now you're reconnecting with it and you're realizing, wow, like this is such a gift that I have that not a lot of people have. And this makes me really lucky and it's going to bring me so much success. So there's very much, I love this message. There's like kind of two messages in one where you're going to find this skill that's lying dormant within you, but it's very much alive and very much a part of this next level version of yourself. And you're also going to feel really lucky. Like there's some good opportunity that's going to come for this that is going to bring you success. And this is really intertied with purpose. Like there was a really overall theme of the month of connecting to your purpose. I talked about this on my Instagram page. And this isn't just about purpose related to career, although for some of us it will feel related to career, but I think purpose is truly living in the present moment. And I don't say that lightly. I really want you to visualize from the time you wake up to the time you go to bed, that is living your purpose. It is how you make your tea, how you drink your tea. It is the relationships that you have from the strangers that you see on the streets to the closest people that you have in your life. It is imbuing your life with total presence and awe and wonder in every moment. That is purpose. So it can show up in a multitude of ways, but I really see this as a beautiful new beginning for you unfolding that is really going to connect you deeper to your purpose. Okay, those are my 5 channel messages and your forecast for the month ahead of August. I am super excited to see what's going to come forward for you. If you want one-on-one readings, when you join my subscriber channel on Instagram, I immediately give you an intuitive reading and a goddess card spread. I send that to you via voice note. And additionally, in my subscriber channel, you'll also get a monthly personalized reading and healing. So this is not only a intuitive reading where I give you the messages that your guides want to hear for the month and I pull some cards for you. I was finding with my community that we were kind of getting too stuck in the mind of thinking about our future and thinking about what's about to happen. And I wanted you to get more into your body. So I've added a Reiki healing into this. I will give you a Reiki healing on whatever energy centers need to be healed the most, and then whatever intuitive messages come forward. And I'll send that to you via DM. It's a private message every month as well for being a part of my subscriber channel. You'll also get 3 collective readings per month being in there. You'll get the monthly reading and then you'll get a reading on every new moon and full moon. And it's just $20 a month, which is so incredible for everything that you're getting out of it. I've loved doing these readings. It's so fun for me to connect with you one-on-one, and I would love to have more of you join me. So you can just subscribe when you follow me on Instagram at Angelica Feminine Healer. I'll have that linked below. And if you're wanting some extra guidance of how to move through this energy, you can check out my August collective reading that is also on my Instagram page. And I'm sending you all so much love and light for Leo season ahead. And I will see you next week.